I heard weird noises in the earphones. I could not figure out what was going on. But praise the Lord, I am live and ready to take on today. How are you? It has been a busy 24 hours. I tell you what, busy, busy, busy. I love it. I forgot to say, did yesterday I tell you that my daughter and my granddaughters got baptized over the weekend? I cannot remember if I did or didn't, but the pictures went up yesterday. And what a neat moment in our family, rejoicing, got to be on the beach watching them and all that. So that was something I don't know if I mentioned yesterday or not. Interviews yesterday about memories of WAPN. I've got like 3 this morning of memories of WAPN. And then it's Make-A-Wish week, and which that means is my daughter's business donates a lot to Make-A-Wish, and she does a lot of the centerpieces and the arrangements and all that, and I get to be her sidekick all week. So love being semi-retired, because semi-retired means I can go do other things. So I will be helping her prepare for that, and then we'll be going out of town to take care of that. And what an organization that is to get to experience part of that whole Make-A-Wish thing and see all the people and all dressed up and excited to give, and you get to hear the different wishes the kids want, and then you get to see how much money is raised that night, and just a great experience. So I'm loving being part of that. It is the 40-day countdown, so we're less than 40 days away from turning 40 years old on September 26th. We're partying in the parking lot on September 27th from 11:30 to 1:30. We're going to have barbecue until it runs out, and tour of the station and some other fun stuff going on. So anybody whosoever is welcome. That's September 27th from 11:30 to 1:30 right here at 1508 State Avenue in Holly Hill. Partying at WAPN. And if you'd like to partner with us to help us get some new equipment around here, and that is what's going on. My headphones are messed up. Thank you, Jesus. So we are going to be raising money for some new equipment around here at WAPN. $4, $40, $400, $4,000, $40,000, $400,000. I don't know. Your dollars make a difference. You can bring them by 1508 State Avenue in Holly Hill. We can throw them through the mail drop if I'm not here. Or you can head on over to our website, WAPN.net, and give right there. And all the finances are going towards the new board or new equipment around here. Super excited to upgrade some of the equipment around here. Always liking, headphones. Somebody broke my headphones, and so now the jack is all messed up. I hate that when that happens, people. And they don't tell me that they broke something. So let me see what I can do to try to fix that this morning. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to fix it while I'm live on the air. So keep me in prayer. I love coming in and finding another thing that needs to be taken care of. But that's why we're constantly raising funds for different things to fix around here. So again, you can stop by 1508 State Avenue and do an anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it, $40 blessing, $4, $400, $4,000, whatever. Or you can go to our website, WAPN.net, and donate right there. Well, it is Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday. So I guess 2 for Tuesday. Hey, 2 offerings today for WAPN. That would be awesome. But I try to do 2 acts of random kindness today. So I don't ask, I ask God, what are we going to do today? And then I look and I wait upon him to show me what we're going to do today. Yesterday, it was so cute because thought we were doing one plan, and then it was another plan, and then we had a hiccup in the middle of the plan, but God worked everything out. Don't you just love it when we're trying to control the situation and God's trying to slow us down or have us go a different direction or whatever the case may be, because he's working something out in the background. And I know that he's doing that for WAPN all the time. I look at WAP and I go, but God, but God, but God. Humble beginnings to around the world with the different technologies and the different things. We have the podcast equipment in here now. And when you're on that, you're on Facebook Live already. And then you're on our YouTube. So go subscribe to our YouTube channel, WAPN 91.5 FM. Subscribe right there. We're going to be putting up the different interviews, the different memories. And it's so cool because there was a couple that had started that we can't find codes for or whatever. And some of those interviews are still coming up. And that's really neat to see that. I mean, what a blessing. Penny Bragg came up the other day and I was like, oh, Penny, what are you doing? And then she was celebrating her 25th anniversary. And I thought, look at how cool God is. I was praying for her and missing her. And then it pops up that it's her anniversary. And I thought, look at how God's having me pray for her. And I didn't even know what was going on. Listen to God when he asks you to do something or pushes you towards something. And maybe you're intimidated. Maybe you're a little overwhelmed. Maybe you're a little nervous and you're going, but I don't know, God. He's not going to ask you to do something that he's not going to be right there with you, holding you up, celebrating you, pushing you, encouraging you, whatever you need to have done. He's going to be right there helping you along the way. So be encouraged that God's got you. He's got a great plan for you, and he's ready and willing to help you through whatever it is that he's asking you to do. And so I always think about that, as I'm going through my day. I always ask him to set it up for the day, and then I always wonder, well, what are we going to do? I start wondering, right? And he goes, could you just calm down? Could you just allow me to lead today? Well, yesterday I was that little anxious person because I had some stuff that I needed my agenda. And my agenda kept falling apart. And every time it fell apart, I kind of giggled and I thought, well, God's got a better plan. He's working it out for the good of the situation. And then another thing happened. And I said, okay, God's working it out for the good of the situation. And he sure did. He worked it all out. We got so much done yesterday. And I looked back and went, we did amazingly amount of stuff in a very short amount of time, because when we gave it up to God, he multiplied our time. So whatever you got to do today, maybe it's your workload's really huge. Maybe your desk is overwhelmed. Maybe you have 10 appointments today. I don't know what you're doing, but give it to God and say, God, I know you've got this. It's your plan. It's your way. And I'm just going to participate along with it and see what happens. And then be excited. Have your eyes open, your ears listen, and say, let's go for that. And I love it when I get that excited about something. I'm a person, I always get tummy aches when I get excited. And I don't sleep well. And I did not sleep well last night. I was up every hour, I think. And I thought, God, could you just let me sleep for a little bit? And he said, well, when you start praying, I'll let you start sleeping. And I thought, I was just so thinking about everything else that I had forgot. That's what I normally do in the middle of the night, is start praying. Finally, I said, I started praying. And the next thing I knew, Tim was saying, honey, you need to get up. You got to get to work. Don't you just love it when God knows best for you? And, I do the ABCs of prayer. Everybody always says, what do you mean the ABCs of prayer? Ask God for a letter. And it can be a weird letter. It can be any letter. And then I put the vowels with it, and I have come up with names or businesses, and I just start praying for those people. And it's funny because sometimes I don't even know a business or a name. Like I might not know anybody with that particular name. And I'm like, well, that's kind of weird that he had me praying for that name because I've never heard of it. And then I'll see it on a billboard or I'll see it on a sign, and I get reminded of how God had me cover that person or that business in prayer. I just love it when he does that, and then I have an attitude of gratitude. And I woke up this morning, and even though, like I said, I was a little tired because I didn't sleep real well, I was thankful for the rest I did get. I was thankful for the bed I did have. I was thankful for the energy that he's going to give me today. I was already planning on the things of the day and thanking God for completing them. And that changes your thinking. When you're already thinking about today and you're planning it and you're praising the Lord for working it out. What do you need him to work out today for you? Do you got a big doctor appointment today, or maybe a dental appointment like I've been going to a lot lately? Maybe you got some stuff at work that's pulling at you, or maybe your finances are stretched to the max and you're going, how am I going to do this? And God's going, I've got you. Don't you worry about that. You just keep putting one foot forward and keep showing up, and I'll keep taking care of the rest. And I think you're right, and I love it when people, always give me ideas. I love ideas, and, one idea can change everything. And we were talking about prayer lines. We got a prayer line available right now in WAPN. It's been available for several months now. And we were thinking, that's so weird that it's been available for several months. And I said, well, maybe God's holding it for somebody. And then my daughter said, well, maybe we need to relook at prayer line and rethink of how we present prayer line. Like maybe it's your come and sit down with Jesus and have an hour refreshment during the day. And I thought, okay, so we're going to maybe remarket prayer line. So if you're looking for a prayer line, we have Fridays from 12 to 1 available. The normal price, we pay half of it. You do come live here at WAPN and you pray for the needs of the community. And we want the same person on every week because that just makes it easier for the station and easier for people. And so if you've thought about coming on WAPN, you didn't know about it, didn't know what, prayer line's a great place to start, because you can pray for people, encourage people, praise reports, and you can still say the name of your ministry or your church several times throughout that hour. So if you're looking for a prayer line, send me an email at wapn@wapn.net. We're talking memories because it's memory time. It's 40 years of being on the air, 40 years in this area, 40 years in this community. And if you'd like to send us a memory, maybe you're not in this area, but you listen in Kentucky. I don't know where you listen, but Kentucky sounds like a good place to listen. You can send it to us, 386-316-8054. Send us a couple-minute video of why are you listening? Why did you land on this? Or why did you download our app? Or why do you stream it? Or how do you listen? Or where are you listening from? We would love to have that. Send it over to us at 386-316-8054. Now, if you're local, we would love for you to come in live and let me interview you. Now, that is by appointment, because we have other shows on the air. I know. Can you believe it? So we're doing them around shows, around schedules and all that. But I would love to interview you. Why are you part of WAPN, or why do you listen in the local area? Again, make an appointment with 386-316-8054, or you can email me wapn@wapn.net so I can get you on my schedule. But let's talk radio. I love radio. I love to talk about the different memories of WAPN. I love hearing why you listen to WAPN and where you listen to WAPN. It's really cool because all the different technology, it's neat to find out how the different people listen. Well, let's get our favor on. Let's get this day going because I got a busy day ahead. When you stay in praise, you won't be able to outrun the good things of God. Every time you turn around, you'll feel like it's raining His blessings. I feel like it's raining His blessings today. It is Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. The weather today, 89 with a low of 79. Perfect weather for all the stuff I need to do. Madison, 90 with a low of 75. If it's your birthday today or anniversary, happy birthday, Tony and Lainey and Branford and everybody else that's celebrating a birthday, anniversary, wedding week. Maybe your school starts Monday. I don't know, but happy days. Now, today is one of my favorite days, ice cream day. What is your favorite ice cream? Now, I do love some cookie dough ice cream. That is probably my favorite. I love to smush it up and twirl it around. I know Tim goes, can you not just eat it like a normal person? I thought that was normal. But lately, I've been liking these little Dove mini bars. Oh, bite-sized mini ice cream. Who knew you could like something so much? So that is one of my favorites now. Well, y'all, I am out of here. I've got a busy day ahead. So y'all have a wonderful, great 2 for Tuesday. Do 2 acts of random kindness. I'm praying for you as you pray for me. God bless you.